Go on.
You stupid girl! I told you not to do that, and now look! Go on, outside. I've had enough of you.
Oh, no, not again.
You're very quiet. Thought the pair of you gone back to bed.
No.
You had any breakfast? Want me to make you anything before I go? Tea, toast?
No, thank you.
Right, well, I'll get off then. Be early for once. Bye-bye, darling. See you, Ronnie.
See ya. George, I still think we need to...
I know. When?
I'll call you later.
Cheer up, sweetheart. Look, Mr. Cat. What's up?
A spider or something?
Don't panic. You'll scald yourself.
Oh, Derek, I haven't heard shouting like that next door for ages. What's going on in there?
Nothing for you to worry
Didn't
about.
sound like nothing.
Now, calm down now. Otherwise you get yourself in one of your states, eh?
You said it was all sorted.
And it is.
What if he's back?
There's an exclusion order against him. I sorted it, remember? The child is safe. Now, come on. Start steady breathing, eh? Better now?
Yeah, I am, but what about Chelsea? And if Scott's not back, how come she's covered in red marks again?
I've been thinking about this Nick business.
I'd leave it, babe. He knows the press didn't get the story from you.
No, not that. I mean, warning him about Sadie.
What, and saying what? Sorry, Nick, but we reckon your new squeeze is a bunny boiler.
So what do you suggest? What about the police?
They can't do anything unless a crime's actually been committed. And what have we got? A couple of small lies and coincidences.
And a pretty big lie. I mean, one minute both her parents are dead, and then the next her mother's alive and well. I mean, what happens? She'll just forget?
Yeah, but she'll just deny her mistake, won't she? And say that we're stirring. And that's not going to cut it with Nick, let alone the police.
But if the police can't act till she breaks the law, and Nick's in too deep to even think straight, and everyone thinks that this Sadie's so sweet and nice, then there are only two people that can actually help him.
Who's that?
Us!
Well, the poor bloke's really stuffed, isn't he?
You know, kids. There'll be a simple explanation.
Not like playing too close to the fire or grazing herself on the slides. We've heard them all before from Scott.
I'll have a chat with Leanne when I see her.
Now's your chance.
I can't talk to her dressed like that.
Come away from that scabby cat. You don't know where it's been.
All right, love?
Are you sorry? That was a stupid thing to do. Mummy's really angry.
Kids, eh?
Get inside, Chelsea.
Always getting into mischief.
Haven't you got anything better to do than stare at my backside?
I wasn't. I was just wondering about Chelsea.
Get in, will you?
Those marks look nasty. Has the doctor seen them?
Up yours.
What?
You heard. It's nothing to do with you.
Oh, I can't bear this.
I was just wondering.
Well, don't. Mind your own business. Got it?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
What time will you be back for lunch?
too much paperwork.
What?
You? All sweet and innocent. Just remembering what we were up to last night.
Turns you on, doesn't it? Corrupting the innocent.
In your case, yeah.
Some might say I've been corrupting you.
Come then, give it your best shot.
Sorry, did that hurt?
I'm in.
It was a bit rough on you last night, wasn't I? I'll make it up to you later. I'll kiss you, Ben.
Go on.
Seriously, Greg, he's our friend. What if she really means to harm him?
Look, I'm as concerned as you are, babe, but there's really not a lot we can do, is there?
What if we get her fingerprints? Make them match the ones in the envelope.
Fingerprints are inadmissible as evidence unless the police actually do them.
So they won't be able to use it in court, but at least we'll show them what to do, huh?
Oh, yeah, they'll love that. I'm going to look like a complete idiot turning up with homemade evidence.
What does it matter if we can save Nick?
Look, the police know the situation, okay? Just let them do their job.
But they're not doing it properly.
I don't understand why you feel you have to be so involved. I mean, I know you're at a loose end right now.
Because Nick is in danger and he needs our help. And if you're too preoccupied with your precious reputation, then maybe I'll do it myself.
Rico,
But if it's not Scott, maybe some other scumbags moved in. You hear about that? Women serially attracted to thugs.
I've not seen anyone new lurking around.
She started copying Scott, started bashing her own kid around.
He's jumping to conclusions.
Maybe, but last time you didn't jump quick enough and the poor mite ended up in hospital.
Oh, come on, off to your coffee, Morning. You'll make yourself ill carrying on like this.
Can't help it. The thought of Chelsea being hurt again.
I'll sort something out.
Now, involve social services again. They could put her into care permanently this time. And what if they get it wrong? You hear about that all the time, too.
That's why it's important not to fly off the handle.
If Chelsea's being hurt, we need to do something now.
I know. Look, just stop along, there's a good girl. I'm going to see the doctors this morning about this thing, so let's hope he's got some bright ideas, eh?
yeah, it's nothing to worry about. It's just another rodent ulcer. I'll arrange for you to see the dermatologist, get it treated. Now, I don't need to tell you about skin protection. Hat, sunscreen, that sort of thing.
I do all that now, of course. But in the 60s and 70s, a healthy suntan was good for you. I was a Greek god with a hot me.
Well, after a lifetime in the sun, it's a pretty good idea to keep an eye on moles, new marks on the skin.
It's not marks on my skin I'm worried about.
Is it Val?
No, it's the kid next door, Chelsea. I think I mentioned her last year.
Yeah, you were concerned that the mother's boyfriend was mistreating her?
And he was, the toe rug. But I got social services on his case, now he's gone. The trouble is, I'm worried someone else has taken over. Her arms and legs are massive red marks.
Well, you could inform social services again if you're worried.
But what if I'm mistaken? I'd have started it up again for nothing. And they had enough grief with Scott without me adding to it.
Yeah, well, of course, there could be a perfectly innocent explanation. Have you tried talking to the neighbour about it?
Oh, yeah. Almost got my head chewed off.
She's probably worried that people are going to assume the worst.
But if you could have a gander at the kid, it'd save us all a lot of aggro.
Yeah, we did talk about this last time, Derek. I can't get involved. I'm not her doctor. She's not even on our list.
No, but you could tell what's wrong with her.
It's not as simple as that, I'm afraid. There are procedures, safeguards to follow.
Tell me about it. You read about this all the time. Kids getting hurt because we're all so busy passing the buck.
Nobody is passing the buck. I just think that sometimes you have to trust professionals to do their job. I'm sure somebody's monitoring the situation.
When I was getting beaten up at the orphanage, nobody was monitoring my situation because nobody gave a monkeys. So if some kid's suffering at the other side of a party wall from me, doing nothing is not an option. Well, thanks anyway. I better get back before the wife gives me earache about the garden.
How is Val?
Oh, she's okay. Ish. Actually, I am a bit concerned. Have you got a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's the matter?
Oh, you remember how bad she was last time?
I remember it was a difficult time for both of you.
And you know she's just come off the antidepressants. Well, I'm worried that this business with Chelsea is going to flip her back on them.
Well, you don't know that anything's happened yet. But if Val's worried about her depression, then she can always come and make an appointment to see me.
Well, I was wondering if you might go and see her. There are no procedures against home visits, are there?
No, but I think it'd be a lot simpler if she just came in.
Oh, she's a bit wobbly, you know. She doesn't like to go out. But if you could pop in on your rounds, just to reassure her.
Well, I don't know.
You could tell her what you told me, that people are on the case, you know, professionals. If I say it, she'll think I'm humouring her.
Well, I suppose I could.
Oh, cheers, Doctor. I know she'll really appreciate that. So when are you going to call round? Exactly.
It's a consumer report for adventure holidays, and I thought Sadie knows hundreds of people in the travel industry. So, would you mind talking to me about it?
Well, will it take long?
No, only a few moments.
Okay, go on then.
The trouble is I don't have much credit left in my phone, so can we meet?
It's not really convenient now, Rico.
Please, 5 minutes. I'm right at your doorstep.
This is the press office number, and they'll put you in touch with the people that you need to know.
Thanks. You've been really helpful. So you're planning a hike?
Yeah, it's a surprise for Nick, so please, don't tell him about it. Is there anything else that you want?
Actually, I did want your opinion on something. I'm trying to get Greg into hiking, and I brought us a compass, but I don't know if it's any good. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a good make.
Can you show me how to use it?
You get your bearings on the map, and then you use the outer bezel.
Whoa, the bezel?
I've got a book on basic map reading. You can borrow it.
Thanks. So, I was gonna say, what do you think about the poison pen letters?
What about them?
Whoever's writing them has to be a bit sick in the head, don't you think?
I wouldn't know.
It's a bit cowardly, isn't it?
Why ask me?
Well, I suppose you've thought about it. And with some crazy stalking Nick, maybe she'll target you.
And what makes you think it's a her?
I don't know. I'm gonna go. Thanks.
Rico,
What?
your book. Why were you holding the compass in your handkerchief? Are you afraid of catching something?
I was...
Oh, what? I think you better go.
I'm going.
Leanne?
What?
I wondered if you and Chelsea might like to pop round.
Why?
I bought her a little present. A peace offering for our misunderstanding earlier.
Oh, all right.
No, not now.
Why not?
Well, I haven't wrapped it yet. Can you give us 10 minutes?
Go on then, if you have to.
I was right. She is dangerous.
You went to see her?
I got the print on the glass and the bezel.
The what?
So you're gonna help me out with this?
Look, I don't know.
Come on. It's at least worth a try, huh?
Okay, I suppose I could have a word with Paula, but just wait for me before you go charging in there, okay?
I've been stalling as long as I can. At least she's wearing more than a bra.
Who?
Oh, Leanne.
Who's he?
The doctor, he's come to see Val.
So where is she?
Oh, she won't be a minute. But you may as well have a seat now you're here. And this is Chelsea. There you go, darling.
A ball. Big deal. Come on, Chelsea, play with it at home.
She's happy. Let her play outside.
She's a lovely girl. Bet they're into all sorts of scrapes at that age, aren't they?
What do you mean?
I'm just thinking about the marks on her legs.
There's nothing wrong with her legs.
Well, they're a little bit inflamed. But then there's a number of reasons why that could happen.
You come to spy on me, have you? Chelsea!
No, I've come to see Val.
Where is she then? You've set me up.
You're not the only one.
You're social services, aren't you?
No, I'm from...
Well, no one's taking my daughter away, so you've had a wasted trip. And you grass, you can shove your poxy ball. Derek! I ought to get social services onto you.
Have you changed your washing powder recently or used a new soap?
No,
Used an oven cleaner or a drain cleaner in the kitchen?
not for ages.
What about in the garden? Weed killers, fertilizers?
I just slash and burn.
I walked into a spider's web.
What exactly have you been slashing?
I don't know, just weeds. What's it got to do with Val?
They could be poisonous spiders.
I don't think it's anything to do with a spider. I think it's a plant. I've been treating an allotment gardener recently with a very similar reaction, and he'd been strimming a plant called giant hogweed.
That big stuff with spiky leaves?
With big hollow stems, loads of sap.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm wondering, Val, if you could have come into contact with it and transferred the sap to your face.
How?
I was breaking the stems. Then I brushed your face with my hands.
Right, Val, you need to bathe your face very gently with soap and warm water, okay? I'm going to prescribe a cream that will treat it. It's lucky you've only got a fairly mild reaction.
Mild?
Leanne, I think you should also see your own doctor. From what I can see, Chelsea's probably got the same reaction.
So you don't think it was me that did it?
No, like Val, she's come into contact with the sap somehow. It's pretty nasty stuff. It makes the skin extra sensitive to UV rays and gives a reaction very much like bad sunburn.
I can't believe there's something like this growing in my backyard. I just thought it was a common garden weed.
In many gardens nowadays, it is.
You know how sorry I am for what happened when Bracken was born.
I know.
And you know how ashamed I feel for you being on your own when you most needed me.
Yes, I do.
So why'd you keep reminding me of it? Is it that you can't move on or you don't want to?
Well, I have moved on.
Then why this raking over the past?
I don't know, maybe it was an unconscious desire to punish you one last time.
Through your mother.
Mean, I know.
I genuinely thought you had forgiven me. But I wonder if you ever will. I can't keep living on a guilt trip.
No, I have forgiven you.
You said that before. What's different this time?
Well, you want to move on, and so do I. Look, please, can't we just put this business with my mother behind us and get back to how we were before she came?
So it was a case of getting even?
No, it was me being trivial and stupid, and I can't believe I took such a risk. I'm really, truly sorry.
You're sorry, I'm sorry.
Two penitents together.
It's not much fun, is it?
No, it's horrid.
Let's move on.
Yeah, the old George and Ronnie, only better.
Yeah.
But please, I'm begging you, never give me cause to suspect you again.
I promise. Oh, just imagine if I'd actually been unfaithful.
Not funny, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's the plant. Originally brought over from Asia as a flower, but now self-seeding everywhere. I wouldn't let Chelsea too close to it if I were you.
See that? You're never to touch it again, do you hear me?
How come it didn't harm me? My hands are all covered in sap when I touch Val.
Well, it doesn't affect everybody. It depends on the skin type or the intensity of the chemical reaction, the amount of sunlight. I'd dig it up from both your gardens, though, if I were you, and I'd wear rubber gloves because the roots can be just as corset.
But I haven't got any in my garden. So can someone tell me how it managed to get onto my daughter?
Well, I didn't chuck it over.
I'm not saying you did.
What are you
I'm
saying?
saying it got onto her skin the same way it got onto your wife's. From your dirty hands.
You're mad.
I've seen you staring. But I thought it was me you was perving at.
I could sue you for that.
Chelsea, come here.
This, I think, is your problem. There's enough sap on its fur to give someone a very nasty reaction.
I told you not to play with that cat, didn't I?
It's not the kid's fault.
And you can shut up.
Good, so if we've all calmed down, I need to wash my hands.
How are you feeling?
Bored out of my brain.
I'm working on something that will brighten you up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it'll be a new experience for both of us.
I can't stop thinking about the last one.
What time do you think you'll be home? Just so I can get ready.
With a clear run through reception and parking the car outside the house. And with the danger of sounding too keen, 13 minutes past 6.
I will leave the door on the latch.
Bye.
Bye.
Try and stay out of the sunlight for at least 48 hours, and just treat the marks as you would a burn. In fact, Leanne did exactly the right thing with Chelsea, bathing her skin and keeping her indoors as much as possible.
Only because I knew what people would think, that she was being harmed again. Sometimes I think the world just wants me to fail as a mum.
That's not true, Leanne.
I know I messed up, big time, bringing Scott into our lives. But all I want to do now is make it up to Chelsea. I don't care about anything else.
And I'm sorry I jumped to conclusions. I was smacked about myself at that age, so I tend to be overprotective.
Well, you were the only one to stand up to Scott when he was around. Fat lot of use I was. As for you touching Chelsea, I suppose I was being overprotective too.
Hey!
That'll do. Oh, and to you. Whoa.
Ready, Chels? Go on, Chels.
Straight to me, straight to me. Give it a kick. Oh, a bounce. Whoa.
Woo!
I hope nothing gets broken.
I'm just glad to hear the kid laughing again. Thanks, Doctor. I'm very glad you were here. Why were you here?
I came to see you. Derek asked me. So how are you?
Oh, I might look a fright, but now I know everything's all right next door, I feel pretty good. I'd better go and referee. Thanks again, Doctor.
Yeah.
I thought you said you'd speak to Paul.
I tried phoning her, but she's out on a call all day.
This is crazy. I've got incriminating evidence.
You've got inadmissible evidence.
Admit it. You never wanted this to work out?
No, Rico, I just don't want to get your hopes up, that's all. Look, if the police can't use that, they're not going to be interested.
We'll soon see about that.
Hey.
Oh, 6:05. Must have jumped a couple of red lights.
I bunked off early. Surprise time.
Here it is. Lover's Knot, off the Bride's Trail, graded as very difficult with imposing overhangs.
A climb.
Well, I thought we could do with some time away.
Yeah, okay. When?
Tomorrow.
Oh, I suppose they owe me some time off.
Great. I'll jump in the shower. We'll be out to dinner. I'll tell you all about it.
Hello, Mill Health Centre.
Donna, do me a favour. See if I'm busy tomorrow.
Yeah. Not very.
What about Joe?
Similar. Why?
What if you take my patients and add them to his?
No way, forget it.
No, just for tomorrow.
No, not at this short notice.
For one measly day. The man's hungry to work and he owes me 3 days when we're not covered for him.
So, what about me? This sort of thing takes organisation, you know.
Bottle of Rioja?
Champagne, cheapskate.
Vodka?
Champagne.
You're good. All right.
So, what is it then? Last minute booking?
No, we just wanted to get away from it all. So he's found a climb. Lovers, something off the Bride's Trail.
Oh. Well, maybe she's going to propose.
Funny.
Well, just stay away from Lover's Leap, do you hear?
Bye, Donna.
Oh, hello, Doctor. Have you been trying to contact me?
Yeah, sorry. Look, it's about Nick West. Rico's been working on this idea.
Well, actually, there's been a development on that front. The girl that died. Next patient, well, we're looking for her half-sister.
Her half-sister?
She was in her 20s and working abroad when the kid died. Different dads, different surnames. So at the time of the original investigation, we didn't even know she existed.
So who is she? I mean, where is she now?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. Look, I've got to go, but we'll talk later.
Yeah.
What was that about?
The patient of Nick's, the one that died. Apparently, she has a half-sister that no one knows about.
Let's see.
Not long now, Kelly. Not long now.
And there's a dastardly deed next on BBC1 in Murder, She Wrote. Meanwhile, tonight at 7:30, the real story behind the wounded soldiers returning home from Iraq and Afghanistan.